Okay. So we have a subtopic today. Very interesting one. It says something here. It says that how to discover, develop, and deploy your purpose. Okay. We discuss that today. Perfect. How to discover, comma, develop, and deploy your purpose. Okay. So the last time we tried to make us understand that when the purpose of a thing is not known, abuse is what? Inevitable. So that's what we did last time. We said that if we don't know the purpose of a thing, the chance of abusing it is high and higher. So the marker has a purpose, your shoe has a purpose, your phone has a purpose, your clothes has a purpose, the chair that has a purpose, your car. You cannot carry your car and be parking, of course, and I'm using it as a flower pot. It's an abuse of purpose. So you find out that God sent you on this world as a solution, as a product, and there's a purpose for you. So a lot of people asking, how do I even know my purpose? So I'm going to give you 9 strategy today. But one of the things we always discuss is that the purpose of a man, if I give you the 9 strategy, is that you must have to create, we already draw something like this, connect to people, and then contribute to their life. So your major purpose is to do these 3 things. So you create mentally. So you create with your mind. So mind is for creation. So this use what they call imagination. Imagination is where it's called the workshop of the mind. It's called the image nation. It's called the picture nation. So there's a nation that everybody has, God gave to everybody, and that nation is only exists of pictures. So, and if you actually succeed in that nation, that of course you succeed in real life. So, and then you have to create with your mind. So the mind simply, you have to do what they call mental arrangement of thought. Mental arrangement of thought. Mental arrangement of thought, of course, is what you do. So that is how to create with your mind. So you mentally arrange it. Then before you now produce physically. So you produce physically. Whatever you mentally arrange can be produced physically. So first and foremost, you must mentally arrange the thought. That is why you have to sit down to think on paper. Thinking on your head is called worry. And if you stay too long, it turns to anxiety. You become anxious. So sit down and then if type it on paper. Thinking, if you're not thinking on paper, it's called worry. So get it on paper. Whatever enters your mind, you write it down. Write it down. So that thing you are doing right now, you are trapping all those thoughts on the surface of the earth. The only thing that will make that thought not to be a reality is that it did not take corresponding action. So your purpose is to sit down to create. Could be products, it could be services with your mind, it could be value. Then after mentally arrange it, right? You now connect with people, of course, share with them, get in touch with them, and then add the value to their life. So the more important thing is to add value, value, improve lives and property, make impact. And once you do this, money follows. But today, I want to deviate a little bit because I will give you nine of the 9 signs that you are the part of your purpose. That's 9 signs you're already doing the right thing. And if you're not getting these 9 signs right, and that to say that you're actually derailing from your purpose why you are created. So I'm not a pastor anyway. I'm your business mentor, your entrepreneur mentor, I'm your investment mentor. But I like to always take my characters of study in terms of business investments from the scriptures so that we can agree from a point and start discussing from there. And you will learn a lot. And even if we didn't agree everything, but at least some point we agreed on something, right? So I will take one of these things from a man called David in the first Samuel, 17, 22 to 29. It's a case story about how David was sent to take food to his brothers at the battlefield where they were challenged with this son of God called Goliath, this big giant, and they were hiding. And when he got there and he saw the fact that the Philistine, non-circumcised Philistine, was actually abusing and cursing the children of Israel, and they were busy hiding. Even Saul, as a king, was even hiding from this jungle because this jungle was 10 feet tall and he was a huge giant. And then he actually asked questions: what will be given to a man that will actually take down this uncircumcised Philistine? And they told him that the man will marry the daughter of the king Saul, and the family will not pay tax, and blah 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 blah. And the elder brother, one ever had him discuss, say, you, this boy, you were supposed to be the errand boy. What are you still doing in the battlefield? Get out of this place, And instead of David trying to shy away, he actually reconfirmed by asking, what did they say they were giving to the man? And then Saul tried to put the armor of what he used to fight, that even him was not wearing, on David. And he was told, David said, please let me out. I'm very good with, I've been training, I've been exercising all my strings, and he carried the catapult and the strings and then the stones, 5 stones. And then I went to fight this gentleman, this giant. And then the giant was looking at him, said, are you coming to me with stones? Am I a dog? And of course, and the story was that they stole the stones and they get to the giant's forehead and he fall on the face down. And David did not come with any sword, but he went to the giant, get his sword, cut his head. So it's a beautiful story how I'm going to show you a man who actually discovered his purpose. So I will say this before I talk about the 9 signs that people who don't have your anointing or your appointment will definitely misunderstand your actions. And it's very important. Write it down. You write it down like that so you understand today. People who don't have your purpose, your calling, your anointing. People who don't have your purpose, your anointing, your calling, your fulfillment. People who don't have your purpose, who is not in line with your purpose, who is not in your calling, who doesn't have your kind of your anointing or your appointment, will definitely misunderstand your actions. People who don't have your purpose, not part of your purpose, that they're not part of your purpose, that they don't have the kind of anointing you have, they're not in the same appointment you have, they will definitely, sincerely, honestly misunderstand your actions. So actions is like you're a stubborn person. The same thing happened to David. You're a very stubborn person because they hated him the more. Even Joseph, he hated him the more. But the day Joseph told his brother about his dreams, they hated him the more. So they don't have the same anointing, not the same calling, not the same purpose. What happened? They will definitely misunderstand your actions. So when you are operating in your purpose, write it down your note. When I am operating in my purpose, write it down. We put it, personalize it. When I am operating in my purpose, comma, on my purpose, comma, with my purpose, 3 things. When I'm operating in my purpose, on my purpose, and with my purpose, you will definitely be misunderstood by people closest to you. So when you're operating in your purpose, on your purpose, with your purpose, you will definitely be misunderstood by people closer to you. That's the best one for us. So when you're operating in your purpose, on your purpose, with your purpose, you will definitely be misunderstood by people closer to you. So people are going to misunderstand you. It's one of the biggest signs. I will mention it very soon. It's number 1 thing that you know that you're in the right path. So, and it's very important because we have to discuss this to entrepreneurs, businessmen, and investors because I don't want you to misunderstood your challenges when it happens, because let's talk about disruption. That disruption always follows intention with decision. So it will always happen, and it's not even today. When God created the heavens and the earth, the next chapter says, and the earth was without form, darkness was without it. That means in everything God does that is good, chaos comes in, darkness, void, without form. So whenever you set up your purpose, there's a law in physics course, we call it, it says that for every action there's an equal and opposite reaction. So finally there's something always opposite to test you, to test your set of focus, to test whether you'll be able to look through the problem to see the promises of God for your life. So write down your note as we go to talk about the 9 signs that you know you're on the right path to your purpose. But write this one very well before we go there. You will never live a life of purpose if you're unwilling to be misunderstood. You will never live a life of purpose if you are unwilling to be misunderstood. You will never live a life of purpose if you are unwilling to be misunderstood. That means you want to become the people's pleaser. You want to please everybody. You will never live a life of purpose if you are unwilling to be misunderstood. So you're not willing to be misunderstood. You want people to like you. Sometimes that's the pains you are passing through. You want to please the world, and nobody can ever please the world, because pleasing the world is a very difficult thing. Even God, if you like sell long life and prosperity, not everybody will buy your products or services. So definitely you don't need to please the world, because you can never live a life of purpose if you are unwilling to be misunderstood. You've written that one down, shall I? So I'm going to give you 9 signs to show that you're already on the path of your purpose. So the 9 signs will come this way. Listen to me very well. Number 1, number 2, number 3. So number one is not part of the signs. Number 1 is that you must discover. So discover has 1, 2, 3, has A, B, C. So these are the 9 signs. Number 2 is to develop has A, B, C. A, B, C. or let me say is 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. So the other one is deploy. Deploy has A, B, C. So if I want to call the 9 signs that you're on the right purpose, so this will become 1, this will become 2, this will become 3, this will become 4, this will become 5, this will become 6, this will become 7, this will become 8, this will become 9. So, and then all of them has 3, 3. So I don't know how you're going to do that because I will give you all of them one by one like this. So, and most of the character will be taken from here so that we can get to. So the first thing that you know that you're the part of fulfilling your purpose is that there are 3 things will happen that will help you discover them. And things will happen that will help you know you're developing it. And things will also happen that you know you're on the right path of deploying it. So it's like this. So the 9 signs that will show you your path to your purpose. So happens within these 3 things. Number 1, 3 of them happen: discover, develop, and deploy. So let's take the first one. The first thing that you will know you're on the right path. Number 1 is that you must recognize that you always feel pains. You always feel pains and have problems. So number 1 here is that you must recognize that you always feel pains and have problems. So the first one is pains and problems. So if there's no pains and problem, if everything is just smooth, no challenge, easy peasy, you're not on the path of purpose, because every purpose always comes with pains and problems, all of them. But you know, when I'll give you the reason why you will know that you're on the right path. So fair enough, you will not even look at the pains, you will not even give it attention. In fact, you will enjoy the more. In fact, the more the pain, the more you enjoy the journey. The more the challenges, the more people look down on you, they will talk down on you, the more you will enjoy. That it pumps your adrenaline, it pumps your energy. You can now understand when Thomas Edison set up his mind that he wants to create, he wants to put up electric light on electric bulbs, you know, and then connect to people and contribute to the light. That in his generation, that through him electric bulb will come up. So the immediate guy keep trying and he keep failing. He keep recording his processes, documenting. That's why the man was from the word we have been hearing. They tried to invent this electric bulb 1,000 times. And when he finally got it right, you know, journalist was questioning him. And then he said that, he said, you failed 1,000 times. He said, no, I never failed 1,000 times. I only found 1,000 ways it will never work. What an attitude. What a way of thinking. What a perception of life. It's very, say, I never failed 1,000 times. That I only found 1,000 ways it never works. So sometimes you win, sometimes you learn. Tell your neighbor, sometimes you win, sometimes you learn. You don't fail. People that fail are people that quit. Because quitters never win, winners never quit. As far as you don't quit, with the pains and challenges you are passing through on the journey of fulfilling your purpose, you are going to win already. Because it's short failure. People call it first attempt in learning to fail. First attempt in what? Learning. So it doesn't matter how many times you try it. You know, first attempt in learning. It doesn't matter how many times. Try again. And not even try again. Do it. Do your best. Don't even do your best. Do whatever it takes. That's the highest level of commitment. I will do whatever it takes. So let's take something about the first one. Recognizing that you will always feel pains and have problems. Because disruption always follows intention. Because disruption always follows intentions with decisions. I told you yesterday, disruptions, challenges, chaos will always follows intentions. Disruption always follows intention with decision. If you clear your disruption, no, we are still on number 1 here. So I said I recognize that you always feel pains and problems, full stop, because disruption always follow intentions and decisions. Intentions with decisions. If you decide now to cut the grasses, plant the cassava sticks, you know, immediately you leave it. In fact, before the cassava sticks start growing, grasses will start growing. Yes or yes? You plant maize, plant melon, plant all those things in your farm. You'll be shocked that even that first period, the grass will grow faster than those seeds and you planted. That's why we normally go to take the apambiet, you know, the first wheat, so the grass can grow, the crops can actually grow, because disruptions always follows intentions. So, you know, I always told you that when God created the heavens and the earth, the first thing that happened was that the earth was void and darkness was face of the deep. And you know, and it's actually what happened was that he actually looked at it, and the spirit of the Lord hovers on the water, and he said, let there be what? Light. And there was what? Light. And he saw it was good. Joseph told his brothers about his dreams, and they hated his words and dreams made the brother hated him the more. So if nobody is calling you names and you don't feel any pains, you don't have any challenges, you are not on the path of your purpose. Write it down your note very well. If nobody is calling you names, come on. You are not feeling any pains at all, and you don't have any problem at all, sincerely, you are not on the path of your purpose. Check it out. If nobody is calling you names, nobody is calling you names. If nobody is calling you names, hey, you are going to millionaire school, let's see how you succeed. And I said, if nobody is calling you names, and you are not feeling any pains at all, you don't feel any pain to sit down to read your books, attend text, make call, do your sales calls, no names calling, no pains, of course, at all, no problems or challenges. You are not on the path of your purpose. Just know this from me, because nobody. When Dangote started the refinery business, there was a time the government did not give him license. Yes or yes? Was it painful to him? Yes. Did he actually stop? No. Did he actually press? Yes. Did he actually got the license? Yes. So if anybody is calling you names, you are not feeling pain, and you know challenges at all, no problems, you are not on the path of your purpose. Because Christ experienced pains, rejections, one day he was missing at age 12. Parents was looking for him, and they found him in the temple. I said, if nobody is calling you names, you are not feeling pain. Number two, and you don't have any problems or challenges, definitely you are not on the path of your purpose. You are not. When I wanted to become an entrepreneur, my parents told me that they did not send me to school to start life as an entrepreneur. But they sent me to school to go and get a job. So I tried convincing them that I don't want to. I've suffered a lot for how many years submitting CV looking for a job. It doesn't work. I think I have hands and legs. Let me be creative. Let me get on board. And it was people. I left the house. I just packed my things, told my parents that, at least I went to university. I'm a graduate now. So be like, say, we'll not continue again for this room. No quarrel. I don't want to have issue with you that day. I'm going back to Oka. Funny enough, I didn't have money. So I went back that money and said, Daddy, give me transfer money. He said, he's not going to give me transfer. I'll be a millionaire. Make a trek, go to Oka. Imagine that. So I have to start calling friends up and down. And one of my friends sent me money. I went to Oka. And I started, because I understood, even when I fell, I know when I finally got a roadblock that my company got NAFDAC number, there was no money again to buy industrial machine for the mass production of the product, and my product was being owed at the KOK, it was Chanja Market, it was say relief. It was a big problem for me. So they told me, I told you're supposed to go and work first for 10 years, get experience, get money before you start the business. I said that you don't have to pass through that process. He said that's why the problem with me. So that they are talking to me, I'm talking. Me, I don't want to talk again. Because that's the worst thing that can happen within my parents. They're talking, and they no mean I went to tell my mom, daddy, they want to listen to me. My dad was all down, so so it didn't work out. So I know that I'm a failure on arrival. If I keep staying to argue with them, it's not going to work. So what I need to do is to pack my things and take a leave. So no quarrel. And it was not even a funny journey anyway. But the fact is that I was even enjoying the thing, because no matter how much Gary I was drinking, living in face my face, living in a rock carpet without mattress, just one pillow. It wasn't a problem. We didn't even need to discuss it. It was something that I already know that, see, this path I'm taking will give me the fulfillment I want in life. Actually, did it actually pay off? Yes. Did it actually give me the money I want? Yes. The impact I want? Yes. The audacity, the influence, everything I want. So I will not be this fulfilled working for salary. I will be so frustrated, because I can't just imagine myself collecting salary of 500K every month. I don't die. In fact, frustration don't kill me. But one day I will be in the office and I will faint. They will start pouring me water. They know that I'm thinking. They think that something is wrong with me. Nothing. Because in fact, it wasn't happened to me. You know what happened? When I finally got an offer to become a lecturer, and I called my father, Daddy, I'm given an offer. The professor said I should bring my CV to his office, that I will start as assistant lecturer. I will assist what I'm doing, my master's, my PhD. My father went to church and give testimony. Praise the Lord. My son has gotten a job. Tomorrow he's going to submit the CV to the professor on Monday. I told him on Saturday, so Sunday was a testimony day. And 100% boom, boom, baspa. Tuesday, Daddy called me. Have you submitted your CV? I said, Daddy, I went there. He said, when are you start? I said, I'm not the work again. Now then my part talk say, village people is after me. They say, village people is after me. I'm both I've already caught up with him. So imagine you're trying to explain yourself and you cannot explain yourself. You don't understand. Then your neighbor, when you're trying to explain yourself, and you cannot even explain yourself. That's, you know what to say, but you don't know how to say it. You don't have to do the choke for no. So it's a big challenge. So purpose is not an easy street, I'm telling you. So it's not going to be an easy street. It's a hard way, a long way, with potholes, thorns, pains and problems. So there's no way you want to embark on the journey of fulfilling your purpose that initially that you not have the challenges of rejection, especially people that are very close to you. It could be somebody that believed you so much. So write it down. You're not very, very important this morning. Obstacles you face on your pathway to your purpose. Obstacles you face on your pathway of purpose are the things that will make you strong enough to stay on the path and keep you at the top when you get there. Full stop. Obstacles you face. The obstacles you face on the path of your purpose The obstacles you face, comma, bracket open, potholes, problems, challenges, dangers, all those obstacles you face, you know, the obstacles are potholes, hard way, long way, hunger, without water, without this, you know, pains, danger, problems you face on your pathway of purpose are the things that will make you strong enough to stay on the path and keep you at the top when you get there. All those obstacles you face on the path of your purpose are the things that will make you strong enough to keep you on the path, strong enough to make you stay on the path and keep you at the top when you get there. So how did David finally kill Goliath? Because he already tried to kill the bear, or kill the bear when the bear came to keep the sheep. You know, he was daddy's sheep boy, the shepherd, you know, of the family. He killed lion. If Nani, I'm not gonna try and pursue lion. I know, man. If lion can't carry sheep, lion they carry and they go first. I beg, count me out. But David pursued, chased the lion, you know, collect the sheep, kill it. So he actually confirmed that I've done this to lion, I've done this to sheep, I've done this to the bear, I've done this to foes, so I can kill this uncircumcised Philistine. So those obstacles he faces in when he was a shepherd in the field is what helped him to actually come to the ring to manifest as a champion with Goliath. If he actually did not succeed in the field, he will not be able to succeed. I told you the discipline you develop in the process helps you sustain outcomes and results. Champions are not made on the ring. Champions are made outside the ring. We come to the ring to display our championship. So if you're not passing, if you don't enjoy the process, see, the thing is that they are not ready to fulfill purpose. They are not ready yet. Because every purpose has a pothole, but the problems on the way. So you are ready to, I tell you something, a man with purpose will make progress, even in the roughest road. A man without purpose will complain, even on the smoothest road. And tell you, they will complain too much. And that's what about poor people. They complain, blame, and justify. Don't do like that. It's always a bad attitude of a poor man. So the first thing you discover is that for you to know you're on the path of purpose, you must discover your pains and what? Problems. That's number one. Number two here, you also discover that you are passionate pursuing. Passionate pursuing your purpose. So no matter what they tell you, you don't know now, you just have energy. There's this kind of energy that comes into your mind. No matter what they say, don't go to millionaire school again. Don't read book. Don't be creative. Don't create product. Don't create cement. Don't do. No matter what they say, you say you don't understand. That the more they pressure, the more you have energy. As in, you're looking for that more energy. So where do I get the energy from? Because that's how you know you're a part of purpose. As if no matter the kind of rejection, you know why I gave up on this country? Because that period, I went to Onitsha, where we have at Upper Iweka, we have this a Central Bank of Nigeria Entrepreneurship Development Center. That's a CBN EDC Development Center. So I went there, enrolled on the course, went for the training. They taught us how to write an achievable, workable plan. So after writing my plan, and I scored the highest, definitely. So as I was writing the plan, duplicates. There's no industry I've not been to. A Bank of Industry, Bank of Agric, Smedan, Nefon, all those bank government agency, NDE. I've gone to National Director of Employment. I've gone to all of them seeking for just 2.5 million naira to buy an industrial machine. None of them. They always call me for interview. After talking, they even took me to University of Nigeria. So I went there to that. I defend the project, defend everything. They even used me that day. They used me to teach students. Used me like 5 and 6 panel. After using me finish, they just give me 20,000. And the thing is that I don't understand. Prof drove me from Oka. Went to Zuka. Me and Prof. They after defending the project, and I'm very, very sure that government must have released money for that project. They gave me 20,000 and they will get back to today. They no call me again. I just vex myself. Nothing they no do me. They use me like 5 and 6 pounds. In fact, they always use me past na NYC. NYC use me train corpus. They use me every at the waka for Okuzu, Orumba North, Navy South. At the waka, I don't waka for Okolo Kusigo. I don't waka train corpus. Then they use me. They use me finish. You see what they give me? Transport 2,000, 5,000. And I go chop. When I want to become millionaire with this kind of statutory money, they carry me go money account. They use me run package. And they'll give me 20,000, 50,000. Now, when I not get plan for me to become millionaires, when I not get plan, if someone said they can import, I just leave them. So the fact is this. You know the funny thing, among all those pains, you get one day, chai, rain beats me. I soak. Oh, that they hated poverty all my life. I said, this land must buy a car. I must succeed. When took me, when I go deliver lectures, give NYC, I go mistake on, they say stay outside. Now me, you the producer outside because I did soak. I just look the man and tell myself, so fun. This is the end of this struggle. Never again in my life when I go use me again. I know they do. They call me tired. I was a president of Said. I carry the president go my house. I know hand over. They say go and do election. I say which election? Me, that one I be lifetime president. When I do now on. I carry the president, carry all the books go my house. I know the hand over. I know election. I know the election. I carry the president, lifetime president. After 2-3 months, they do their own election. I elect another person. And they call me again, say I be lifetime president. You know, this will not give to a plan. See, build your own economy. Build your own economy. Stop telling me this problem is too much. You know too much. Everybody gets story. Every great man has great story. So stop telling me your own story too much. Everybody is passing through something. Either you're about to enter something, or you're already in something already, or you're coming out of something. That tells you that whether you want to be rich or to be poor, you're already in your past. To reach is hard. To be broke is hard. You have to choose your heart. Tell you what, choose your heart. Your mouth don't great talk again. Now touch yourself. Say I'm a success. Touch yourself, a millionaire. So one of the things you know, you're on the path of your purpose is that no matter the pressure, you're passionately doing what? Pursuing it. So you will not write it down your notes. You will know what you are doing passionately, pursuing it. You will love what you are doing passionately. You will love what you are doing passionately. So that's that's how you know that you're in a path of, no matter what they say. So no matter how they hated Joseph, the guy language no change. He said, stars and moon will bow down to me. The guy, you know, saying, if at the moment they try to kick David out of the battle, because the other brother was trying to bully him, what are you doing? Get back home. Go back to the ship, you know. He didn't listen to them. He didn't listen to them. He was still passionately asking questions. So you will know what you are doing, passionately pursuing it. Full stop. If you can pursue passionately in the presence of pains and problems, then you're on the right path of your purpose. If you can pursue passionately in the presence of pains and problems, then you're on the right path. You're on the path of your purpose. If you can pursue passionately in the presence of pains and problems, then you're on the right path. So David was fulfilling his purpose. He was even when he was not the people didn't thank him. So he kept the sheep. In fact, when the father told him to take the food to the brother, the bread and the meat, the guy was running because he ran. He ran to the battlefield. That means even when he was taking food to his brother, but he was running. So he was happy. But I'm taking food to my brother in the battlefield. Let me go and see. You know, the guy was happy. You know, even when people did not thank him. You know, most of us would have been complaining. I'm not the one feeding your family. I'm not the one feeding this family. You know, David was not even worried. The Bible says he ran. So when you are already pursuing something you love in the face of problems and challenges, okay, make I tell the truth, you're already on the path. And if you persist a little bit longer, I keep telling you, consistency and persistency makes impossibility possible. So you pursue, everything will work. In fact, the day I bought my father a Lexus Jeep, that day, my father started calling everybody that he told him, this is my best son. And you know, you don't understand. See, result cancel insult. Yes or yes? You know, the day I bought my father a Lexus Jeep, I bought him that. I went to the village, I called my friend. The day I bought the car, my in-law, the husband to my wife's elder sister from Lagos, he bought the Lexus. I was in Port Harcourt, so he brought the car, he sent me to Port Harcourt. I drove the car from Port Harcourt to Uyoye, went to the village, gave my father the car, gave him the key. My father now called everybody, put drink. Now I'm the best son of the family because I don't succeed. Yes or yes? See, everybody loves success. Failure, nobody celebrates failure, no matter how big failure is. No fail for this life. Anything you want to do succeed. I tell you. Nobody celebrates failure. The day you go know say you don't get friend, just beg for money, beg for 2 million, beg for 20 million. Now you go know say you don't get people. Like not only you can come. So that is why you don't ever reduce yourself to a point of begging. Don't reduce yourself. So whatever your hand finds to do it all your heart, with all your mind, do it everything passionately. Turn up passionately. Stop looking for problems. Whatever you focus on expands. So number 3 thing you know that you are on the path of purpose. How you know you discover? So there must be pains and problem. You are passionately pursuing it. Number 3, is a proven proficiency. Proven proficiency. That is to say that you're not just going to sit down. You're going to be learning some skills and competence. You're going to be learning to acquire some skills. That's how you know that no matter the pressure, friend, you are still reading books. You are still developing yourself. Personal development is a business in disguise. So you are still getting yourself involved. You are still no matter the pressure, you see yourself. acquiring more skills, more graphic design, more online marketing skills, more, more strategy. And but you have not eaten since yesterday. But you don't even recognize that the problem. So, David, you have demonstrated and developed new skills in the area of your excellence. So you develop new skills, God will not call you to do something in area you hate. So that is you're supposed to learn new skills, even in the presence of problems, that you're in the presence of challenges. That someone will be trekking from Wangiba to this place. And you're telling him, I'm fine. I say, I'm fine. He said, but you trek, say no problem. That's you don't understand how somebody can be trekking from Wangiba to this place, and he doesn't have problem. That's in the presence of his trekking, he's happy. In the presence of his challenges, he's excited. Can you imagine that? The landlord has removed his things and put on outside because he could not pay the rent. And the guy pack it and find neighbor's house and put it and still come to millionaires and read. And you're telling him, but you told me yesterday that your property is outside. He say yes. It doesn't matter. I will get the perception, the attitude is right that I will get to my house. So, but you're passing the problem. He said, I don't understand. The problem is problem. I'm focusing because whatever you focus on expands. So you develop some skills in the midst of challenges. Learn new things. Innovate yourself. Repackage yourself. You don't sit down to beat yourself and cry from now to tomorrow. I can make power. No, you don't do that. And that is why you know that you're already discovering your purpose, that no matter the problems, no matter the challenges, no matter the pains, you are still making progress, you are still pursuing it passionately, and you are developing new skills. When David was in the bush, every time he's using that swing, he's testing it. Back up, he's testing it. Even he didn't know that skill will be needed one day. But he kept developing new skills. Because how was he so competent that the first time he threw the stone, he get to Goliath for it? That means he must have tried it over and over and over again. Yes or yes? So you don't just sit and say, God has called me to be a millionaire. So you fold your hands and sit down and be praying from now to tomorrow. Prayer is good. But as much as prayer is good, like I tell you, until men like me and you grow up to build our capacity, build company, build factories, the prayer of unemployment will never stop in church. Until me and you become the industry giant. Because me, I told you already, our own university, our own company, our own factory, our own hotels. I'm going to employ people. I will employ over 1,000, 3,000 people, paying them every month. And since I want 3,000 people, wow, I don't employ 15 people. 15 people are already on my payroll. Every month, I pay people salary. And because of me, they are eating food. Because of me, they are paying their rent. Because of me. So, if it's only to become employee, I want to become employee of labor. Tell your neighbor. Yeah. If someone deserves to pay somebody salary, I am the one. Tell your neighbor. If someone deserves to own a bank, I am the one. Tell your neighbor. If someone deserves to own a real estate company, I am the one. It's a mindset thing. So because until me and you make the kind of money we want to make, own companies, employ people, the market will still be saturated with unemployment. Yes or yes? So we need to depopulate the market. And we don't have to be part of the problem again. See, people they find work, you go join the number, they find work, join. Now what for you? Now what for you? People are really stranded on the streets. You won't go join them for the same problem. That means you are part of the problem itself. You say, these are thinking of solution. They're not solution. So the first thing you discover is that to know the path, there must be pain, there must be problems, there must be challenges, there must be difficulty on the way. No problem, but you are going to passionately pursue it, and then you develop new skills. Then new skills. That's what you know. Okay, let's go to the part of developing. How you know you're in the part of course, your purpose. You must develop three things. Number one is mindset. Then a mindset. You will develop your mindset. So I call it adjust your mindset. Adjust. So you have to adjust it from the way it was before to where you want it to be. So in adjusting your mindset, so God will provide for you that you need that. So you're going to adjust your mindset. So from I'm not good enough to I'm good enough. Write it down. You will need to adjust your mindset from I'm not good enough. From I'm not good enough to I'm good enough. I'm not tall enough to I'm tall enough. I'm not smart enough to I'm smart enough. So you're going to adjust your mindset from everything negative to positive. So there must be an adjustment. From what people say you are and you are not to what you say you are going to be. Right? So you're going to adjust your mindset from what people say you are and you are not to what you say you are going to be. So you're going to adjust your mindset from people's opinion to your own opinion right now on what God says you are going. You're going to adjust your mindset from what people say you are and you are not to what you say you are going to be and what God says you are going to be. So adjust your mindset from what people say you are and you are not to what you say you are and what God says you are. I think that's the best one. You're going to adjust your mindset from what people say you are and you are not to what you say you are and what God says you are. So adjust your mindset from what people say you are and you are not, to what you say you are and what God say you are. That's what you need to do. So you say you're a champion, you're a millionaire, you're a success, you're a great person. That's who you are. So adjust your mindset. So there's a need to move from where people say, from people's opinion to God's opinion and your own opinion about your life, because people's opinion don't pay your bills. So adjust your mindset. God wants you to call you away from, away from, God wants to call you away from where you are to where he wants you to be. He called Abraham away from his family. He called you away from his family to where he wants him to be. From away from his fatherland, away from the old identity of ego and pride, to the new identity of greatness, success, and champion. God wants to call you to become a king of a thing and a queen of a sin. God, write it down your note. God is calling us to make us king of a thing and queen of a sin. A sin. S-A-S-E, sin. God is calling us out to make us kings, a king of a thing, of an idea, of a concept, of a product and services, or a queen of a sin. That's what God wants to do. So you will discover that the first thing day that your mindset will be adjusted. All of a sudden, you just realize that I'm a millionaire. All of a sudden, I'm a champion. Like me, after studying for a long time, I just realized that why am I still looking for a job? I think I'm an entrepreneur, I'm a businessman, investor. So my mindset just changed. Bam, because all my life I've been dreaming to work in oil company, work in Chevron, work in Mobile. And I told you the story. My uncle that was in Mobile that promised me a job died in my final year. So when we go to the burial, I was crying. They think I was crying for my uncle. Hey, my uncle, stand up and give. My mind is saying, uncle, before you die, stand up. Give me the work in Mobile. Come and die again. This time you are dying is the wrong time. Uncle, wake up. So imagine when problems is I was studying electrical engineering, hoping that one day I work in Mobile, this and that, will pay me millions of naira, I will travel around the world. But I didn't know that actually I would actually travel around the world, but not through working for somebody. I have to become my own boss. Thought to say I am my own boss. So definitely God wants to call you out to make you a king of a thing, champions of an industry, CEOs and MD. So as well as I don't realize me that was looking for a job. I'm not interested in job again. So what happened? Something happened. And I just realized that I can do better than just collecting paycheck. I can do better than paying somebody. If I start thinking like them, reading like them, behave like them, I will become like them, like entrepreneurs, investors. So you suddenly realize that God actually made David realize that he was a king, even though the people around him sees him as a shepherd boy. But he sees himself as what? A king. God sees him as what? A king. So even Samuel anointed, even his own coronation day, he wasn't invited. David was not. Jesse called all his students. Samuel anointed and say, don't finish. Jesse another one loaded. Jesse go chicken 3 times. He said, get one way day. That shepherd